Okay, to work out the value of 5p plus p squared when p equals 4. So it's a non-calculated paper this, so I need to write down 5p. That means p is 4, so that'll be 20 plus 4 squared, and 4 squared means 4 times 4, which is 16. That's 36. Got the same when it's minus 3, and if it's negative, it's going to be more difficult. Not surprising, it's been given 2 marks. So 5p, so 5p is going to be 5 times minus 3 is minus 15. And then I've got p squared, so that's minus 3 times minus 3. Quite often a good idea to write it down like this, because a minus times a minus is a positive, and then 3 times 3 is 9. So that's plus 9, and minus 15 plus 9. If we need to, we can look at the number line. There's 0, there's minus 15. If I add 9 to minus 15, you can see that I'll come to minus 6. So the number line can be very useful. Factorise, but it says fully. If it says factorise fully, it's probably going to be more than one thing going into both. And as you can see, 5 goes into both of those, so I can take out a factor of 5, but t also goes into both, so I can do it like that. What do I have to times 5t by to get 10t squared? Well, 5 I need to times by 2 to get 10, so I've done the number bit when I've done the 2, and now t times what gives me t squared. That'll obviously be t. And I'll do the same again. 5 times what gives me 15. That'll be plus 3. I've got the t here. I'm also going to need a q. And if you get that, it's worthwhile then just working it out. Just checking you've got it right. That'll be 10t squared plus 15 tq or qt. Doesn't matter which way around you go. And that's our 2 marks for that. Of course, it should be written down here, but don't worry. First thing I'm going to do here, I'm going to get all the x's onto one side. I'm going to see which one's got most x's. I can see the left-hand side's got most x's. So I'm going to take away 4 x's from both sides. And that will leave me with no x's on the right. So that'll be 3 x's minus 9 equals 15. And I need to get rid of the minus 9, so I'm going to add 9 to both sides. And that will give me that 3x equals 24. I don't want 3 x's, I just want 1, so I'm going to divide both sides by 3, and that will give me that x equals 8. I will write that down there this time. And this time I've got to rearrange it to make k the subject, so that means it's got to be k equals. So the first thing I'm going to do is write this down the other way around, because I want a positive k on the left hand side, so I'm just going to write down 8k plus 3 equals m. And now we solve it just like an equation, except we haven't got any working outs to do. I've got to get rid of the plus 3, so I'm going to take away 3 from both sides. And that will give me that 8k equals m take away 3, and I don't have to work it out. I don't want 8k, I only want 1k, so I'm going to divide that by 8 and divide that by 8. And then that will give me just the 1k equals m minus 3 over 8. That's how we'd want to write it. K equals m minus 3 over 8, because it means divide. You want to be careful, because if you wrote down m minus 3 divide by 8, actually what it would mean, you just, because of BODMAS or the order of operations, you would actually just do the 3 divided by 8 first, and then you subtract that from m. So if you don't want to put it over, you'd have to put the whole of that thing divided by 8, but it's much, much nicer, like I've done for D. And that's question 2 done.